Hi everyone, welcome to my backyard fish farm. So today we are going to be sorting the fish into different sizes. I mentioned in a previous video that most fishes are carnivorous in nature. They tend to eat each other if you keep varying sizes in the same pond. So today we are just going to be sorting them into different sizes. And another reason for sorting is so as to give them enough space for growth. They are growing now, so overstocking the pond or putting too many in a particular pond will impede on the rate at which they are growing. So we are sorting them to avoid that type of situation. Let's go. We started by draining the water from the tanks. We started with one tank, then moved over to the other tank. It didn't really take long because that blue pipe you are seeing is quite big. I think it's a 4-inch pipe, so in no time the water was drained. So and then we started packing the fish out with this bowl. This bowl wasn't so convenient to use, but we had to make do. Then from the first tank to the second tank, this second tank is very dirty. That how gate thing makes it very dirty. So we packed all of them out, then we started sorting. I think sorting it might be one of the most stressful part of fishing, because not only are you sorting into sizes, you're also being careful not to keep the fishes out of water for too long. So it's a lot, and then you cannot be too fast because fishes are generally very slimy, so it's difficult to have a grip of them. Sometimes as you are sorting you see them fall off, and it's stressful for them when that happens. Sometimes you see some of them injure themselves, you see peeled skin, you see blood stains and all that. See this one fell, and it was very difficult to pick it up. So we eventually picked it up and threw it in a different bowl alongside others. We still have some others that fell off, and then just added a little bit of water so that they can swim in the water and get rid of the dust on their body. Then we just continued sorting into different sizes. We had like three different sizes: the big, very big ones, the medium sizes, then the mini. See, another one fell on that side. So like three different sizes like that. They are around 4 months old now, but like every other living thing, they don't grow all at the same pace. So after that we started filling the first tank back with fresh water. Then the biggest ones are here. We used that opportunity to count too, so that we'll know what we have, and ascertain the mortality rate so far in the last 3 to 4 months. So that's the second tank getting restocked. Then this particular tank, we filled this particular tank with water, just like a reservoir. So it was from it that we started filling the second tank with water. See that pipe? We put the pipe inside, then the water started coming out into this one. We could not even wash this tank because the fishes were already looking distressed. So we had to quickly fill the water to a certain level, then continued with our counting in the other tank. But the sizes inside here are smaller than the sizes that we put in the first tank. But thank God they were still quite active and alive. So that's the second tank. Then we moved over to the third tank. We've never used this one. We've never put fishes inside this one. This is the first time. We've always used that tank as a reservoir. So we put the third set there. Then these ones looked like how they looked when they were still 1 month old. So we just put them inside the bucket. We put fresh water, and that was that. Then see our banana tree. Water is good. Water that has nutrients. See, it has even started fruiting. See, you see the the banana fruits coming out, and I think because of the weight, it started pulling that particular branch. We have to support it with a stick or something, and then I think that support has stunted the growth somehow. But then the leaves are very big. See, the leaves are so big now that they even supply shade for that tank that is right beside the tree. Water is good. See the way it's looking all green, and many other storms have come up. Then my lemongrass, see, it has grown so full that passing beside it, I always get scratched whenever I pass by it. Then this maize, remember this corn that I planted, the other one didn't survive. I don't know what happened. I think maybe a rabbit uprooted it or something. See, this one is already fruiting too. It has grown so tall, taller than the fence. See, pulling through every hurdle. Just that I'm wondering why it has just one cob on it. I'm hopeful probably another one will come up. So the two fishes that fell off, we added some water so they could swim and clean their body. That's my daughter there using a ladder so she can see very well. Then see the first pond looking so fresh, the fishes looking so alive and all that. Then this is the second pond. The water is not so clear like that other one because we didn't have time to wash it before returning the fish inside. These are the very small ones. My daughter calls them her babies. They refused to grow. And because of the stress, see, I tried feeding them. You won't see them eat. Fishes are like that. Once they are stressed, they won't eat until they've calmed down and all that. A lot of growth has taken place in 4 months, from this to this size, and now to this big size. Our lemongrass has also grown from this to this very full plant. And our banana tree, just like the tree planted by the rivers of water, has also grown beautifully and brought out beautiful fruits. And then my corn, even though one of them didn't survive, but the one that survived has thrived and grown very well. I can't wait to eat of the fruits. And that's it on today's episode. Hope you enjoyed the video and updates from my fish farm. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and help me share the link to the people you love. Thanks. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.